check. I don't know how loud I'm going to be. It's not where I'm going to be. Angle shouldn't be. Something else to prop my phone on instead of my ammo container. Nope, don't flip on me now. Okay. Alright, I need my chat to stay up. Live chat. Can't tell if anybody just typed anything. Trying to get this up right here. I'm going to have to figure out a way to be able to go back and look at chat. If anybody chats anything, I won't be able to see it. I'll have to figure that out as we go. In the meantime, have my mag. Probably should have grabbed my gun lube. I'll probably end up running up and grabbing that in a bit. Not a terrible view. Not the greatest, but it's not bad. We'll probably pull the chair a little bit closer. Alright, both of our mags are loaded. What did I do? Here's the top. There it is. No. I have set the top of this stack of ammo somewhere. I'll set that in there for now. That'll be fine. Okay, everything seems to be up still. Good. Just my pocket knife and keys over here. Clear any unnecessaries out of my pocket. Very nice. I'm going to dry rep this a few times. I'm just going to start cover clearing, no shots, just dry repping, checking my sight picture and stuff like that before I get in any actual shots. See how well you can see me from there. Let's see if we can get this a little bit closer here. See, I wish I could get a better angle like this that would also have the target in view so you could watch all of my direct hand movements for clearing. But this is the better angle. You'll at least be able to see me snatch and see my draw. That should be fine. Alright. Before I do any shooting, I'm going to put a couple of rounds to the side over here. There's a chopper. There is a chopper. There it is. That bit loud. That bit super loud. Okay. It is the tiniest bit to the right and a little bit low at this distance, which is to be expected. Okay. Mildly adjusted my sights here. Grab the cover fast enough. Okay, hopefully the wind doesn't hit my target too bad. Fixing the front pocket. I forgot to load both my mags. I'm gonna load my other mag. Now I'm about to get the headshot drills. We are working on what I have been calling a spinal tap target. The intention of this target style is to get you used to aiming for dead center mass on either head or upper chest, aiming for the spinal column, because you're, in theory, with this target practicing for a suboptimal caliber, like 22, 32, 380, something smaller than 9. This will be a great target for anything, but specifically for smaller caliber carry, this is a good target and a good philosophy of target, because you're practicing for nothing but pure vitals. My A zone is basically between the eyes, down the spinal column to about right here, all the way up and down. My B zone is 6 inches wide across the head, and then my C zone is everything else. I removed the D zone from this target and only am focusing on A and B zone hits. Anything that's a C is a hit, but it's not what you're looking for. It's non-ideal. Chambered, half cock, safety off, exactly how I carry it. B zone headshot, barely outside of the A right here. I don't think my timer picked up the shot. Or it said 21 seconds, like I bumped into it. They didn't pick up the shot. Okay. It was a good B zone headshot. Anything under 1.5 is solid. Anything under like 1.25, pretty good. Anything under 1, really good. A lot of people, like John Korea, for example, um, from the Ask channel, he will tell you that 1.5 seconds, 1 second to 1.5 seconds is like ideal, what you need to be going for, training for, and need to be proficient in. That was a wide left miss. A bad wide left miss. That was a bad presentation. That was a bad presentation. 1.18. Speed's there. Accuracy's most important, though. If I quickly miss, that's not as good as slowly hitting. I yanked my trigger a little bit too far. Barely missed. Like by a pinky width, the head here. My height was fine. A little bit to the right. We're warming up. We're warming up. Missing more than I'd like, but we're warming up. It happens. That was a 1.11. My speed's there. I just got to get that accuracy back down. Haven't shot this pistol in like 2 months. Half of my problem is that I also removed. Yeah, that's half my problem. I need to get my grip here. I had to remove some of this material, and I don't have as much right here, so I have to get a little bit firmer of a purchase. My hands in that natural point of aim position, and that's the part of the problem that I'm encountering right now. All those little details matter a lot. Safety was on. I got to remove it a minute ago. That was a horrendous presentation. It was a headshot though. It was a B-zone high. Barely in. It was an acceptable hit. It was an acceptable hit, but barely at the top of the target. We're dialing her in. We're dialing her in. That was a 1.12. My draw and hit time is consistently faster right now than it was last time. If I can break a sub 1 second from concealment, A-zone headshot, that's cooking. That's cooking. That was a B-zone headshot in 1.12. Okay. That's a pretty well struck primer. I'm going to rotate that round a little bit and pop it back in. A-zone headshot. 1.11 seconds. Right in the side of the mouth. Please don't blow my target over. Please. Please. This is about 6 or 7 yards, by the way, if anybody's even here in here watching. That was a bad shot, super slow, bad presentation. Wide left. I'm rusty as a mug right now. All right. Almost dead center A-zone headshot, 1.30. almost right inside of my last shot. A-zone, headshot. I just turned I literally hit like right on top of the last bullet and turned it into a little 8. 1.09 seconds. Yeah, we're starting to get back to the times that I was at last time after hundreds of rounds, and I've only put a few down range. It's looking good. We might get a sub 1 second today. I'm not even a full mag in the drawing right now, and I'm already got 2 rounds that are within 1.1. I'm happy with that so far. That's a solid start. Now, granted, I need to get my accuracy back situated. I need to be able to present and get that dot where I want it every single time. That front sight post. And you get used to putting it in my face. Stretch my shoulders out a little bit here. Round chambered, safety off, gun and a half cock, how I carry it. That's a B-zone headshot, 134. A-zone headshot, 128. I got a little triangle going over here to my left. That is indeed another A-zone headshot. Indeed another A-zone headshot. A-zone headshot, 1.10. A-zone headshot. We're going to top this mag off while I'm right here. Only had like 3 rounds left in this one. Top of A-zone headshot, 1.19. was a bad presentation that I overextended. I jerked my trigger a little hard and missed a little bit. A zone, headshot, 1 second flat. That's the shot that I just hit right there, that bottom one. That's all my shots so far for the day. That's my record right there at 27 minutes in. 1 second flat. New record. I'm not even 2 mags in. Praise be to the Most High King, Christ Jesus. Oh, hold up. Did I mark it? I don't think I marked it. I didn't mark it. Let me mark it. Let's go, dude. 1 second flat. If I break a second today, sheesh. That was a good headshot, too. That was a good A-zone headshot. Right in the teeth. Right in the teeth. Little side jaw action. Okay, half cock, round chambered. Wham bam man. That was a light primer strike. I don't like that. Also, by the way, if you ever get a light primer strike, you want to keep it pointed in a safe direction for at least 3 to 5 seconds. That way, if it like cooks itself off from a bad fracture from the like primer compound inside of something like a 22 or even a 9, you don't worry about it cooking off and hitting you. Anything past 3 to 5 seconds, and you're pretty much guaranteed that there's nothing that can happen to you. But you want to wait a few seconds, especially before you reholster something like what I'm doing right now. But I should be able to restrike this round, no problem. If I can't, it'll be a fault of the ammunition. A-zone throat shot. It's not a heady, but it's a 1.09 to the throat. Basically right here. Anything in the A zone is good, but we're trying for headies right now. That's what we're working on is headies. Headies from the draw. If I'm doing anything that's a 1 yard draw shot, I'm focusing on heads. I don't have a 9 to where I can worry about these center mass shots being good. I need face and like neck, upper spinal column. That was another good shot though. It was a 109. Half cock, safety off, round chambered. I can't see off the jump where I sent that one. I'm not gonna lie to you. Oh, one. If anybody's typing anything in the chat, I can't scout that here. Is there a way that I can look at? Hey, Meeches, there we go. What's up, Bubba? We've already beaten our personal best for the day. I don't know if you were here for that, but we've beaten our personal best of the day. I got a headshot in the second flat so far, so that's good. That's good. It's been a good start to the day. I've already beaten our personal best. We got a 1 second flat heady. I just hit my fastest body shot of the day, 0.99 seconds, basically in the nurple. If you didn't see that. There is a fly on my target. I'm going to try to shoot it with one shot. It's moving. If I hit this fly, I'm going to laugh. No, don't go. Never mind. I think he flew away. Okay. I should have just tried to shoot the fly. He flew off the target. If another fly lands on my target, I'm going to try to get his ass. If I can hit a fly at 7 yards, I'll be pretty happy with that. Light primer strike. That's that ammo. That's the ammo. Light strike. Actually, before I reload this map, I'm going to kill the rest of it. Put it back in the cock, holster it. A-zone, headshot, 1.06. Here, let me turn that back around that way a little bit. Make sure that the view from where I'm shooting is still good. Yeah, that was an A-zone headshot, 1.06. I'm not even 50 rounds into today. I'm not even 50 rounds into today, and I have like 4 or 5 different shots that beat my personal best from the last time that I trained. Multiple shots already that are better than the last time I trained. The last time I came out here, my personal best was 1.08. I've got a 1.06, a 1 second flat. I hit another 1.08. I've hit a 110, a 111, and a couple of other times that are sub 1.2. Yeah, so we're cooking. We're cooking, Meeches. We're cooking, Bubba. Oh, is the wind audio really bad? How's the audio sound, Meeches? Can you hear me talking clearly and stuff? Is everything good? You pick up the gunshots and all the audio sound okay? I'm literally just raw dogging it with my phone off the homie's Wi-Fi. It's not too bad. I'll try to see if I can get something. You can hear me good? Okay, so that's as long as you can hear me good and doesn't sound terrible, we're cooking. That was a C-zone body shot, slightly pulled to the right, 1.10 seconds. An acceptable shot, but not what I'm looking for. That wouldn't have felt good. That shot would have basically hit somebody right here. I would have hit somebody about right there. A little bit further out to the side of the spinal column than I would like, but that would have actually been able to hit something pretty vital still. I have a really strict target. My A-zone is literally 3 inches wide, all the way down to about right here. It's from here down. So my A-zone is nothing but pure vitals. My B-zone is smaller than most people's A-zone, and it's only 6 inches wide. I got a 6-inch head with a 3-inch wide A-zone that starts an inch down from the top. I go down 12 inches, so it's 13 inches down. The C-zone, or the B-zone, is 6 inches wide, all the way down to 14 inches across, and then the rest of it is a full 18 inches in length for the C-zone. So ideally, I want to hit as many shots in my A-zone as possible because I'm training with suboptimal caliber like 22. But anything B or C is still a decent shot. B is where you want to be inside of. C would still be fine for competition, though. It would still count as a hit. You would get deducted, but it would still count as a hit, for clarification. Half cock, safety off, like I carry. That was a bad presentation. I'm not even going to take that shot. That was a little bit early, and I just chin punched myself because my shirt was caught. That's why you practice with different shirts and stuff. That was high. No, it wasn't. It was an A-zone headshot. Never mind. 1.12. It's fast, but it's not record breaking, and that's what I'm looking for. But it was indeed a line breaking, inside the line, A-zone headshot. Good shot. Good shot. 1.12 seconds, A-zone headshot. That would have been basically right inside of the eye right there. That's basically where I hit, like right here on the eye for that last one. That is a line-breaking B-zone body shot, 1.01. That would have been considered, so it's further into the C zone, but it hit the line, and it broke the line, so if I were to score this in like IDPA 3-gun, that would be considered a B. I'm going to call it a C because it leans further to the C, but if I was actually doing official scorekeeping for IDPA or 3-gun, since that broke that line, that would be legally a B, but I'm not going to call it that. I'm going to call that a C zone. So far, I'm consistently a little bit to my right. I got to work on my trigger pull. Mag was empty. Here, let's see. I'll actually do a mag empty drill here. I have literally never practiced reloading from this thing, so I'm going to try a mag empty drill. I'm going to pretend that my gun didn't fire off the first round, basically. I'm just going to try this once for shits and giggles. Terrible. Absolutely horrendously bad. I grabbed my mag poorly. I mean, my shot was good. It was a B-zone headshot, and I got it off in 5 seconds. 5.33 with a really, really bad reload. With my Canic, I would have done that in sub 2 seconds, easily. I would have done that in sub 2 seconds with my Canic because the reload is so much easier on a wider mag with a mag funnel. It did not look good. Video is a little chopped. I wonder if it's trying to stream at too high of a quality because I didn't have the option to pick. That's probably what's going on. That was a terrible reload though, Meeches. It might have looked good to you, but that was ass. That was terrible. I am not going to lie to kick it. If I do something that's poo-poo dookie, I'm going to tell you. That way we can both learn from it. Looks great now. Yeah, it's probably just going to cut in and out a little bit. Other mag's back loaded. I'm gonna go mark that headshot real fast. Oh, put my lid back on my ammo. B zone headshot. 1.02. That was almost an A zone. That was a good headshot, but it was almost a really good headshot. But I've got multiple confirmed headshots under my personal best last time, and I'm not even 100 rounds in, dude. I'm so satisfied with that already. It's already been a good any range day that I go out and beat a personal best is a really good range day. Any range day that I go out and beat my previous personal best like 10 different times and I'm not even in 100 rounds in, that's a great range day. And this is why I talk about dry fire so much. Meeches, the last video that I posted on my YouTube was the last time that I've trained and shot with this pistol. I have not shot this since then. All the footage of the last time I shot is the last time I've trained. The only reason I have consistently beat my previous best after not live fire training for 2 months is because, like I say when I'm talking on stream, dry fire training and practicing your draws and stuff like that, when you're not shooting, when you're not live firing, just practicing that movement, that matters, man. That matters a lot. It matters a whole bunch. I don't know what's going on with the screen getting darker and lighter. I think that's because of the sun. Sorry about that, if that's happening, but I believe that that's the problem with that. Let me see if tucking this down a little bit kind of helps that some. Reload, look, I appreciate the criticism, understood. Oh yeah, I mean the reload could have been like 3 seconds faster. My problem, Meech, is I'll show you what the problem is. In the bottom of this firearm, you see everything is like straight and jagged. I have to get that inside of that straight and jagged hole as fast as possible. On my 9mm, that is a big open funneled surface that's even wider than this, almost twice as wide, with a mag that is angled at the top. So with my 9mm, I can just chuck and throw them things in there with like no effort. This is much harder and much more skillful to reload with speed. Because there's no mag well, it's nothing but straight stuff. I'm probably going to take a Dremel tool to the inside of this and take some of these and angle them upward and kind of make a natural internal funnel. I should be able to do that in a manner that doesn't hit anything on the inside important, but that allows me to reload faster and more consistently. I marked my last shot, right? Yeah, okay. That was 1 second flat, but I missed by about a pinky width on the head. That was almost another really good headshot. That was almost a really good headshot. That would have tied my best shot for a headshot today. My fastest shot is technically a .99 second body shot, but my best headshot, which is what we are going for, is that 1 second flat. I was literally the width of a pinky from having 2 of those. I didn't like that presentation very much. It was a C-zone body shot in 1 second flat, though. So I've got a fat handful of 1 second freaking shots today that are confirmed hits. Hello, Mr. Butterfly. Oh, big old pretty butterfly, big old fat butterfly. That dude over there, hold up. See if I can get it. Right there. That big old pretty dude. Barely missed headshot. Barely missed headshot. Slightly to the right. I keep just pulling to the right. That's my problem today. I'm consistently pulling a little bit to the right. Consistently pulling a little bit to the right. All of my misses are within like an inch and a half of the freaking target, minus 2 of them. My safety was still on. I forgot to disengage that. That was a really, really instinctive shot. And that is my new personal best for a headshot. My personal best. My personal best was a 1.08. Then I broke it about 15, 20 shots ago with a 1 second even. And then hit a C-zone body shot 1 second even. Then just hit that A-zone headshot in 0.97 seconds. That is forehead in less than a second from concealment. 0.97 seconds, baby. 7 yards, let me mark that real fast. Point 0.97 seconds, dude. 0.97 seconds, dude. 0.9 freaking 7, son. Chill on that one for a sec. All right. Are we back, guys? Can y'all see me again? We there? Can y'all see it, brother? Let me know. I'll give people a second to come back in and reconnect. It says we're live again. I'm just waiting on somebody to confirm that they can see me again. I think it's good. Now it says we got a viewer again. Is it back up good for you, Meeches? Or whoever else was watching? It said that I had 2 people. Okay, bet. How can you hear the buzz with the muffs on? It's actually pretty loud. So I can hear some of the wind blowing. I can hear some of the birds and stuff chirping. I can hear the pigs a little bit. I can hear myself snap, but it's not overbearingly loud. What this basically does is it's a barrier for the sound wave itself. It doesn't necessarily remove my ability to hear as much as it does protect me from that initial crack of the sound wave. Good Ear Pro you can still hear through. It just protects you from clapping your eardrums like crazy. That was a C-Zone body shot 1.06. That was a really low B-Zone. 104. I yanked that one down a fair bit. I mean, it was a good shot, but not what I'm looking for. That's my lowest acceptable shot of the day. I mean, it's a great time. 1.04 is a great time. But that is like, that would have been like kind of in the lower end of the sternum. It would have had to have passed through ribs and hit like the bottom of a lung, which is what it would have done. That would have been the bottom of a lung. I yanked my trigger really bad right there. That is the worst I've yanked my trigger in a long time, and I can tell you exactly why I yanked my trigger so bad. I overgripped on my presentation, and my finger went further inside. So ideally, you want to press with the tip of your finger. My finger curled in really hard. So instead of catching a flat surface on the tip of my finger, I yanked from the outside, and it caused me, instead of applying flat pressure to a flat face, I applied pressure to the right side of the trigger when pulling back, and that jerked it to the right some. That was a horrendous present. 1.01 second. I missed it real damn fast. It was a horrible shot. Horrible shot. God awful. God, man. Same thing, but it was a little bit high right. Fuck. I need to add more material to my freaking grip. That's what's causing this. I don't have as much material on my grip as last time, so it's affecting that grip some. I need to get a new roll of grip tape, and I need to fatten my grip up some so it'll more reliably center the gun in my hand when I go to draw. That's the main proponent of what's happening right here. That is a line-breaking miss. That's 3 freaking misses in a row. That one's closer, though. Golly. That would have clipped somebody. I just Donald Trumped my target and hit it in the fucking ear. Lord. Dang it. I'm just right-handing. Just right-hand yanking too much, man. I'm going to try to present the freaking left side of the head. Safety on. A-zone, neck shot. 1-1-1. Much better. Much better. What was that? Connecting throat shot, right around there. Spinal column, close to it, right next to it. 1.11, solid. Half of my problem is unlevel ground, but that's the reality of defense. You might not be on level freaking ground. B-zone body shot. Lower sternum, 0.98 seconds. Sub 1 second, B-zone body shot. I need to dry fire my trigger presses much more. You practice that more than I practice my freaking drawing. My drawing's not as big of a deal today. Not near as big of a deal. B-zone headshot, 138, poo-poo time. I mean, it's a good time. A 138's a good time, but it's not as good as I'm looking for. I'm trying to go hit Grandmaster when I go take that advanced pistol course this summer. I'm trying to hit fucking Grandmaster. Partially presenting high. Yeah, I really need to get more grip wrap for this, because that is half of my problem. Yeah, I need to beef up my grip. It needs to be fatter. Grip's a little small after losing some material. Safety off, half cock. Chambered. Okay. Mouth. A-zone, mouth shot. 113. Closer to the lower jaw, about dead center, low jaw. About right where your teeth and gums connect. That's an off switch shot for sure. Bad presentation. B-zone headshot, 112. It's a good shot, but my presentation was bad. Most people would have been really happy with that shot. It was a good B-zone headshot, but that was bad presentation on my part. Left-handed miss. I missed to the left of the head by about 3 inches, 104. Inch and a half, not 3. Yeah, about an inch and a half. A-zone headshot. That was literally the top right corner of the A zone, but it was more in the A zone than the B zone, so we'll call it an A zone. 1-1-2, decent shot. I mean, I say decent shot a lot on shots that would be what most people would be extremely happy with, but you have to remember the standard that I'm holding myself to right now is much, much higher than a trainer that didn't know me would hold me to for the first time training. If I just rolled up into any random course and nobody knew me from Adam and never saw me shoot, they'd be pretty blown away by what I'm doing right here and would ask me how much I've competed. So I'm hitting some pretty fast times on a lot of these shots that are like well more than acceptable, but I'm out here to beat my personal best, and that is now 0.97 seconds. Anything higher than 0.9, anything under 1.5 is like acceptable, but not ideal. Anything under 1.2, I'm pretty happy with. Anything under 1.1, I'm really happy with. Anything under 1 second, I'm just dumb excited for. Anything that's my personal best, obviously, that's ideal. But yeah, the fact that I beat my personal best twice in one day, I'm really happy with that. Really happy with that 0.97 second headshot, and it was a good one. Good A-zone headshot. A-zone body shot. 113. I already know I'm going to both speed up. I'm going to speed up my draw time and add consistency to it when I put some more meat around the grip of my gun. The next time I come out here and practice after this will probably be in a couple of weeks or so. By then, I'm going to have more material wrapped around the handle of my gun, and I bet my accuracy and consistency increases literally just from more consistent grip being able to be attained. There's a lot of mechanics behind a lot of this stuff. You got to be honest with yourself. Know where you're making mistakes so you can learn from it and grow as a shooter. Light primer strike. One. C-zone body shot. Not great, not terrible. Safety was still on. Just like primer striked again. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Now we're on a fresh round. A-zone headshot. 103. Really damn good shot. That's like the freaking 8th shot that I've hit today that beat my personal best from my last range day. Solid. 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 Good A-zone headshot. Where'd that land? I do believe that's my second high miss of today, barely shooting over the top of the head. Because I can't see the book. I know I didn't shoot it wide or super low, so I do believe I shot barely above the head. Mind you, head level for this particular target's like 5'2", because of the stakes that I've got. I got to get some longer stakes, so I can raise these targets up to about a 5'10", 6 foot level. Be a little bit more ideal than training for somebody of only my height. You want to train kind of for average height. Not that it's that big of a difference, but if I was shooting on a 6 foot target, that'd have been right in the mouth and the head, and that would have tied my personal best. It was 0.97 seconds, but it was a miss. Quick miss don't mean shit. It means that you missed real quickly and spooked them, maybe, if you're lucky. That also felt a smidge high. No, that was a little bit right. It was a miss, but it wasn't high. It was a bad presentation. I got too many shots to the right today. And the only difference between this time and last time is literally the texturing on the gun. That's it. I have less material around my grip, and it's making way bigger of a difference than I thought it would. Bad draw. Bad draw. Bad presentation, but it was a successful hit. A C-zone body shot, 1 second flat. We yanked that a little bit low. I mean, it was an acceptable shot, but lower than I'd like. B-zone headshot. 115. I need to slow my ass down. That was a high flyer. happy with that. That was a god awful presentation. I went to grab my gun and smacked up under it instead of gripping and presenting around. I could have saved that draw, but there was no point in trying to save it. I knew that I fouled that really quickly. Dead center chest shot. A-zone, 115. Half of my problem today, which is something else that you have to take into account. I got the wind blowing directly at me, so my shirt's not really setting loose on me like it normally would. It's pressed into my skin, which makes reliably clearing it harder. But that's the condition of the day. That's how it is today. So that's how I'm going to train, and that's what I'm going to deal with. I'm not going to try to find a way to minimize the way the wind is affecting my clothing and messing up my draw. In real life, I can't go, stop wind, don't affect my draw. So I got to learn to practice for it. I got to learn to, be able to instinctively feel that that's tighter to my skin than it normally would be because of the wind, and I've got to be able to instinctively deal with that. It might be a windy day if somebody tries my life. You never know. So we train in the circumstances that we're in. Good shot, though. Bad draw. I didn't get a good firm grip into my handgun. My holster is adjusted from a handful of draws. .98 B-zone headshot. That's another sub 1 second headshot. Let's go. Multiple sub 1 second headshots today, dude. I'm super happy with that. Super happy with that. .97. Oh, another headshot, baby. Let's go. Line breaker, A-zone headshot. That's 2 back-to-back sub 1 second headshots, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Back-to-back sub 1 second headshots, dude. We're fucking cooking today, man. We are fucking cooking. Hey, let's go. Let's go. B-zone headshot. 1.01, baby. I just hit 3 shots in a row that broke my personal best from my last range day. 3 sub PB headshots for my last range day, dude. Let's go. Let's go. A-zone body shot. I yanked that a little bit low. 1.07. Great shot still. Alright. I went to jump the gun on that. Y'all wouldn't have seen it, but I went to try to react to the timer with my left arm before it hit. That's why I didn't go for it. Because I tried to jump draw. Bad presentation. My finger went kind of over the front end of my barrel. Not good. Not good. That was a bad presentation. I can't immediately see where that went. That was our fourth high flyer. We shot high again over the head somewhere. Shot high over the head. B-zone headshot. 118. One oh three. High flyer. Another high flyer. My target was blowing back and forth a little bit. That might have skimmed the head otherwise, but high flyer. High flyer. No bueno. I went from 3 personal bests in a row to 3 high flyers in a row. I went from very bueno to no bueno. Dead center, A-zone headshot. 117. Where'd that go? Another high flyer. I'm going to take a brief break. I'm high flyering a lot right now. I'm going to stop for a minute. What is that noise? I keep hearing some random noise. It sounded like chimes on my phone. What was that? All right. Yeah, I'm going to take a brief break here. I'll chill in front and talk. Yeah, if anybody's actively there, if you got any questions for me, I'm going to sit here and take a couple minute break. I just hit multiple high flyers in a row. I'm going to shake that off for a sec. Go ahead and top off this mag. Come here, Dan. I wish it would just keep the freaking chat there. Oh, I think I figured out how to keep the chat there. Bet. Okay, yeah. We figured out how to keep the chat up. Did I? The hell? I wish it would just keep the freaking chat up. Just keep it up instead of making it disappear. Literally wish it would just keep the chat visible. Load up our other mag here. Alright, both mags go back up. That's good. Hit this vape a couple more times and get back after it. I still got a fair bit more daylight. I'm not going to shoot all my ammo. I still got half a container in there. It's a little bit more than half a container. So I have enough to shoot for a fair bit longer here since I'm doing one-shot drills like this. And then I'll have more for the next range day, most likely. Alright. Light primer strike. Where'd that go? That definitely should have hit. We skimmed the top of the target. technically was a B-zone hit, but it was not a good one. It would have counted in competition and would have barely saved me from a miss in competition. But in a self-defense scenario, that would have just scared the crap out of somebody and knocked their hat off. Would have startled them more than anything. That wouldn't have done any serious damage. What is going on? A-zone headshot. Oh. One of what I counted as a high-flying miss wasn't actually a miss. It was a high headshot that wrapped into another circle. I just saw it. So I have 6 high flyers and not 7. Okay, so one less miss than I thought. One less miss than I thought. I'm happy I caught it before I confused it for another round. Now I can't say, like, I can't hit like a .95 and then it land up there. Granted, I wouldn't have accepted that as a personal best. That wouldn't have been good enough for me, but now I can't confuse myself on accident. That was a 1.03 second headshot. So that's like the freaking 12th or 13th round today that's beating my personal best for my last range trip. That's cooking. B-zone body shot. Neck. 104. That would have been all up in somebody's freaking carotid artery. Or not their carotid, their jugular, one of the two. One of them right there, that'd have been all right there. Not a headshot, but a freaking major vein, major artery. 104. I can't tell if I keep hearing that noise from up there or my phone. What in the world? I think the noise is coming from up there somewhere. It sounds like a random money chime. It sounds like my freaking chime notification. B-zone headshot. 109. That was a high left miss head by about 3 inches to the left high. I got way too many missed shots today. Way too many missed shots today. My grip feels so much different being this skinny. It makes a big difference in the repeatability of my draw and presentation. Makes a huge, like an aggravatingly big difference. I didn't realize how much of a difference it'd make until coming out here and training with it. This is why you train with your carry guns. This is why you practice. That was a slow shot, but it was a B-zone headshot. 1, 2, 3. Cheekbone. Right cheekbone. One, 1, 9. With. Lift another one. Really good A-zone headshot. 107. Another personal best speeding shot. Let's go. Let's go. 107. 107. B-zone headshot. .92. .92. That's my fastest headshot of the day. It's not an A-zone headshot, but that would .92, hitting like the edge of somebody's jaw. It's not an ideal headshot, but it is indeed my fastest headshot. I'm not going to count that as my best shot of the day, though. It's a little bit further over to the side than I would like, even though it is an acceptable shot. 0.92 seconds. I would have counted for IDP at a 3-gun, but I want a little bit better than that for defensive purposes. That is my fastest confirmed headshot from concealment, though, with this gun, 7 yards. 0.92 seconds. Fucking cooking. If that would have been an A-zone in .92, that'd have been crazy. That'd have been crazy. Slightly right-handed with. Going too fast. Yanked my trigger for the exact reason I said earlier. Yanked my trigger because I need more meat on my grip and I'm messing up my draw and presentation. That was terrible. Absolutely atrocious. Lift high. High whiff. B-zone headshot. 1.10. really fucking good A-zone headshot. 0.98. Oh! 0.98. We almost hit a 0.96 or lower. Dang. That was a great shot, though. Almost dead center A-zone headshot. A great shot. That shot was really good. That's the kind of shots I'm looking for right there. That's what we're looking and cooking for right there. It's messing with us a bit here. Slightly left miss. Weird presentation. Yep, I need to add a bunch of meat on my grip. Need to add meat to my grip. That's going to drastically change my shooting experience. .98. I didn't see where that one went. I think I hit another high flyer. Shit. Whiff. Really close to being another great shot. I'm just hitting mildly high of the head over and over again. If I was shooting at a daggum 6-foot target, I'd have like 7 less misses, damn it. Now it's about to blow my damn target over. Fall down to hell. Okay. Oh. Change mag. I think I high flyered that because the fucking wind. Let me check. Damn it, Bobby. Damn it. I had another high flyer. My freaking target moving a little bit from the wind. Shit. I need more stakes. I'm going to get more tall. I'm going to get taller 2x4 or 2x2s. Half my problem. I saw my front sights on that one very clearly. B-zone headshot. 113. Huh? I've been consistently high today. I don't like that. That's too many high flyers, man. Golly. The meat of this grip is affecting me way more than I thought it would. I knew it'd make a difference, but not like this. Not like this. I can attribute several of these to having less meat in the grip. What's happening is it's leaning a little bit higher in my presentation. When I have more meat on the back of the gun and on the side of it right here, it allows me to get a more centered wraparound grip, and it pushes this into a better spot, makes it seat into my hand better. It kind of pushes my hand into the grip more and allows me to pull it in my hand and square it off better, and that makes a big difference. Like a way more frustratingly large difference than I thought it would. Yeah. I just need more meat on this grip. A-zone headshot. 105. That was a really weird presentation. That should be a body shot, though. Yeah, C-zone body shot. .93. 0.93 second chest shot. .116 A-zone headshot. I did not get a clear sight picture for that. That didn't feel like a high whiff, but it may have been. Oh, there it is. Right-handed miss. That would have been our best shot of the day, though. I think I know it. Okay. Oh, Lord. Now we're back. Gosh. This target is moving a lot. V-zone, headshot. Top of the head, but it was a headshot. Top of head. 1.12 seconds. Why in the world is this going in and out so much? What the hell? .01 seconds. I just hit a really good A-zone headshot. B-zone body shot. Slightly off presentation. 1.12 seconds. Not a bad shot, though. C-zone body shot. .98. C-zone body shot. .98. Shoulder blade, edge of the clavicle, or whatever that is right there. With V-zone body shot. Neck, 0.93 seconds. Throat shot. Throat shot, 0.93 seconds. Proof, 0.93. Get it to show there. Ah, empty. All right, both bags are empty. Bad presentation. Left hand missed, dang it. My safe was on. Forgot to disengage my safety. Sorry, I got distracted by a couple of fat squirrels running off in the woods over there. A couple of thick-ass squirrels. A-zone, headshot, mouth. 104. Mouth shot in the teeths. The teethsises. Up. Line breaker. C-zone. I was wondering why I couldn't find it. I knew that didn't feel high. Something felt off about it. 0.95 seconds, shoulder blade. Not that great of a shot. I knew that didn't feel high. It felt so odd. Bad clear. Bad cover clear. My back's killing me. Light primer strike. Why did that get so far left? I don't think my gun likes this ammo that much, as far as accuracy goes. Some of these rounds are flying a bit. B zone, next shot. 117. Alrighty, let's check chat real quick. See if anybody said anything. No. Okay. A-zone. A-zone line breaker, headshot. Mouth. A-zone line breaker, headshot mouth. 109. That was high left. That was a bad cocked presentation. Almost certain that's high left. High left. I really need to get that grip tape for my pistol. I need to add more to it. It's making a much bigger difference than I'd like. Oh, I was dry. I forgot that I only had 3 left in the mag. Bad draw. That was bad purchase on my weapon. A-zone, mouth shot. 105. Bad draw yet again. I've had weird stages today to where I hit like 12 really good shots in a row, fumble like 5 in a row. It's been a mixed bag today. Exactly my point. Okay. Shake this off. Stretch, shake it off. Bad draw, bad presentation. Everything was bad about that. All of it was bad. This is why we train. This is why we train. My back is killing me. I'm stiff. I need a chiropractor. Somebody buy me a tiny Asian lady that has magic hands so I can get some chiropractic done. Ooh. Ooh. That was a good neck crack. Okay. Holy crap. Slightly high left whiff. Dude, I've got to get tape on my grip. It's fouling my draw hella. My belt's turned some. It's pushing my holster a little far right. That's half my problem. B zone headshot 112. B zone headshot 112. Safety. Bad presentation, but my safety was still on. I'm starting to do worse. It's like I've hit a wall. B zone headshot. 1 second flat. These rounds, man. This is some crappy ammo. That was a light primer strike from the ammo. That was a scuffed presentation. That should have hit though. Nope. It was a right-handed whiff. That's too far away from anything to be able to blame the ammo. That was me. Bad presentation. This ground under my feet where I'm standing is particularly lumpy, and like every time I come back over here and stand, it's throwing my feet off. I mean, which is good. You don't want to train in a perfect environment over and over again. It's just like things that I might have to deal with in real life, slightly on level ground, changing my freaking stance slightly, which is what's happening over and over again. It's changing my stance. Over presenting my front hand. One. A zone, dead center headshot. I knew that one felt good. I just couldn't tell where the round hit because it was right on top of another one. A zone headshot. I barely caught that one. That one was almost perfectly in another hole. 116, A zone headshot. A zone body shot. 107. Low throat. A zone body shot, low throat. Anything like when I say body shot, low throat, I'm talking about right here. Basically, like at the lip of your sternum, at the bottom of your throat, right there. It's technically a body shot, but that right there, low throat. Bad draw. Horrendous draw. I'm getting irritated at these light primer strikes. I'm getting real irritated with them. This ammo's not very good. Oh. Chat, there's a bug on my target. And he's moving. I'm going to see if he goes down low to the bottom on a spot I haven't shot. I'm going to see if I can hit this moving bug. Go lower. Quit going up high. Go low. Go low. Go low. Go low. Quit going high. Go low in a spot that I haven't shot at. I want to try to shoot the... You know what? Oh, my Lord. He flew away mid-trigger press. I was about to ace that fly. Okay. Fly flew away. B-zone, next shot. 109. C-zone body shot, bad presentation, 126. I would call that a bad shot, but that's still a good, acceptable shot. Not what I'm looking for, though. That'd have been a little bit to the side of a nipple. Right at the edge of center mass. That shot felt good, but I'm trying to find it. Skimmed the top of the head. We'd have knocked somebody's hat off. Skimmed the top of the head. Not a good shot. B-zone, or A-zone body shot. 110. One to the body, two to the head, 184. One to the body, two to the head, 184. First shot, 125. I just felt like hitting two to the body. I've tried to go for two to the body, one to the head, but one of my body shots hit a little bit high into the mouth. I would have had I would have had an A-zone head body shot, B-zone body shot, and an A-zone head shot. But one of my body shots landed up high into the face. So that was two head shots and a neck shot in 183 seconds. That was the last 3 rounds I had in the mag. Both of these are empty. Alrighty. I am going to call that there for the day. That way I got more ammo to come back out and shoot another day here soon without having to go buy any. Personal bests. We got some personal bests today. I'm going to pack up, head back to the house, and hop on Twitch.